Shove it, man!
Today on Ring of the Hawk, we'll be doing something a bit different because today's competitor will be competing for both the singles and the tag ranks at the same time. It's never been done before and it probably won't be done again. Today's video was a request on Patreon by Sam the King. If you want to make the Hawks sing, sign up on Patreon today, it might make you grin. A quick reminder to trash talk me on Twitter and insult me on Insta and help me to reach the Graceland of 100k subscribers. So shut up and smack that bell icon. Now let's get it on. And in case you're wondering, I did a poll recently on who should be the next competitor on Ring of the Hawk. Ahmed in WCW came second, but I actually made the Oz video as well. It's on Patreon at the moment. Will that change? Probably, who knows. I just do what I want. And of course,
If you know a wrestler that can do the J-O-B to the H-A-W-K any night, any day, ha ha! Shove their name in the comments, Jack!
Alright, Harlem Heat and Ahmed Johnson. Let's see if WCW wants them. Today's video starts out at Sold Out 2000. Stevie Ray is feuding with his younger brother Booker T. It wasn't that bad actually, and it touched on elements of real life about Booker forgetting where he came from. What wasn't good was what happened during the match. An obese Ahmed rushed out to the ring, causing the match to get thrown out. Ahmed looked strong as an ox, but also 100 pounds overweight. He hit the Pearl River plunge as the crowd chanted Ahmed. Stevie introduces them as the new and improved Harlem Heat. In WCW, Ahmed will be known as Big T. Match 1, Big T with Stevie Ray versus Booker T. The match starts out with Booker T smacking Big T one. Stevie Ray attacks Booker from behind, and that enables Big T to hit the Pearl River plunge as he falls over. Big T sends him to the corner next, but Booker wakes up. It doesn't really matter because he runs straight into the Big T power slam. That doesn't really hurt Booker, and he gets up and hits a scissors kick and a bookend. Booker's distracted by his brother on the outside, and that enables Big T to hit him with a slapstick for the win. What a horrible debut. He looked extremely immobile and unstable, and he needed help to win. It went 1 minute, and it's an S. Match 2, Lex Luger with Miss Elizabeth teams up with Sid Vicious to take on Big T and Booker T with Midnight. This is one of those matches where the enemies have been teamed up just for the fun of it. Big T starts out against Sid. They tease a test of strength for ages, but Ahmed doesn't want to do it. He tags Booker in without even doing anything. Booker's about to win the match later on with his scissors kick, but then Ahmed smacks him from the apron. Then Ahmed comes into the ring and Sid Vicious hits him with a choke slam, and he only just about gets Ahmed off his feet. Ahmed/Big T chokes and wheezes around the outside of the ring, and whilst that's going on, the total package makes Booker T tap out to the torture rack. This is going to be a bad one, isn't it? I know I'm in for a difficult evening here. I think after we watch the next match, we're going to need to have a serious conversation about what Big T will need to do to avoid the shove it zone. Match 3, World Tag Team title match, triple threat tag. Harlem Heat with Mr. J Biggs versus David Flair and Crowbar with Daphne versus the Mamalukes. All the guys are covered in cake except for our guys. Big Vito smacks Big T, but he no-sells it. I have literally no idea what's going on here, everyone just does what they want. Stevie has the match won, but his partner doesn't even seem bothered about what's going on. David Flair then hits Stevie with a crowbar, and he still doesn't seem bothered. Vito rolls him up for the 3 just like that. Harlem Heat 2000 beat the Italians up. Stevie does his slapstick finisher, and at the last second Ahmed decides to help by grabbing his feet, but he falls over as he does it. Scary. Then Ahmed goes for the Pearl River plunge, but he falls over again. This guy just doesn't look stable. Ahmed goes for another one, and luckily Stevie Ray stabilises it. A bad match with a dangerous looking beatdown afterwards. It's an S. I can accept that this isn't going to be an A+ run. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't even be in the C zone. More like the P zone. I want to see Ahmed hit some crazy power moves and maybe some crazy rambling promos. At least that stuff's entertaining. That'll help him avoid the shove it zone. Match 4, Super Brawl 2000. Rights to the name of Harlem Heat on the line. Big T with Stevie Ray and J Biggs versus Booker T, who now has theme music from Bamboo. I think it's Leave It to the Beaver, but we didn't get that in God's County, so shove it. Stevie distracts Booker T and Big T gets the jump straight away. He scores the first knockdown with a clothesline. He follows it up with a scoop slam. Booker quickly fights back with an almost Samoan drop. Booker also manages to get him up with the big time suplex. He boots Big T and sends him to the outside. Booker then beats up Harlem Heat 2000 with a meeting of the minds. Booker T comes back into the ring with a top rope clothesline. Booker's going to win the match, so Stevie distracts him, and it allows Big T to get the advantage for about 10 seconds before Booker T hits him with a Russian leg sweep. A wild Slapnuts appears.
Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist a wild Slapnuts appearance. He then quickly hits the scissors kick and the Harlem sidekick. Jay Biggs, who is their manager, causes yet another distraction on the outside, but Booker's still in control as he hits Ahmed with the bookend. He kicks his brother on the ring apron and then comes off the top with a drop kick on Big T. He's about to win again, but then the lights go out. When the lights come back on, someone from Booker's past is standing on the outside glaring at him. Big T hits the Pearl River plunge for the 3. This guy's even bigger than Big T, maybe his cheeks. This isn't him though, I'm just messing around. This is Cash, who has a head that isn't in proportion with the rest of his body. Jay Biggs reminds Booker T that he can no longer use his gimmick because he lost. Definitely the best match so far, but Big T still barely did anything, and you've got to remember, he's in there with Booker T, who rarely has a terrible match. I'll just give this a D and move on. Match 5, Billy Kidman with Torrie Wilson, and he takes on Stevie Ray with Jay Biggs and Big T with... This guy looks ridiculous, he can barely move, Cash. Booker's also teaming up with Kidman, but he comes out much too late because he doesn't like Kidman that much. Booker hits Big T with the scissors kick and he follows it up with a Russian leg sweep, and Stevie has to make the save. Booker continues doing well with a double clothesline whilst Clarence Mason, Jay Biggs, starts playing the race card about Harlem Heat on commentary. Booker hits the bookend and then Kidman hits the elbow drop on Big T, but the match isn't over though because Big Cash pulls the referee out of the ring. Stevie simply smacks Kidman one and Big T makes the cover, and just like that it's over. What's the point in having Big T if the other man in the group next to him makes him look small? This match is a D, slightly entertaining I guess, at least they won. Match 6, WCW Tag Team Champions 4 Corners Elimination Tag. The champions Big Vito and Johnny the Bull with Disco Inferno take on the Nazi Brothers, who come out to complete silence, versus Harlem Heat with Cash and Jay Biggs versus Booker T and Billy Kidman with Torrie Wilson. Booker hits the scissors kick to Big T for the second match in a row. The match then calms down, but Big T is an idiot and takes his partner out. Booker beats his brother with a Russian leg sweep. Oh, just like that, it's an S. Thanks for coming guys, what was the point? The winners of the match are the Mamalukes after Disco hits a Nazi with a belt. They keep playing the race card and saying they're being held down. I don't know how I don't remember any of this happening. I mean, most of it's on Thunder, so maybe that's why. It's crazy, people always seem to ask for a Nation of Domination 2.0. Well, this seems to be it. You got your wish. 2 of the guys from the previous group are here. And guess what? It sucks. Poor Jay Biggs. In real life, he asked to leave the Nation of Domination because he was uncomfortable. And now it's all happening to him again. Even Big T's promos are bad because he doesn't have much to say. And Stevie completely outshines him on the mic. I'm really trying to get through this run, but I'm starting to feel sick. Our guy's just not doing anything, and Harlem Heat 2000 isn't a good team. I've decided to take a break and head to the gym and come back to it, because right now, it's just not happening for me. Match 7, back from the gym, WCW Uncensored 2000. Booker T and Billy Kidman with Torrie Wilson versus Harlem Heat with Jay Biggs and Cash. Stevie takes out Kidman and brings in Bigger Than Bigger T. Kidman nails him with a drop kick and he tries to stay on his feet, but he still falls over. Booker comes in, but he nails him with a side kick. Cash tries to come into the ring, but Booker catches him with a scissors kick on his tiny pea head. Booker delivers a Russian leg sweep to Big T, but Kidman's dive gets interrupted. Stevie and Big T then hit a double bicycle kick to Kidman. Nice. Big T then does his own Harlem side kick to Kidman, but Torrie distracts the referee. What happens next was one of the strangest and dumbest things I've seen. Cash takes Kidman to the outside, and then Big T randomly decides to climb into the crowd, and he tries to fly through the crowd over the ring barrier to take out Kidman, but he just sort of slops into him as he clips the barrier. So random, why did he do that? Back in the ring, Big T hits a nice spinebuster, but he can't end the match. Booker gets the hot tag, and he hits Big T with a nice bookend, but Stevie breaks up the pin. Harlem Heat continue to hit nice double team moves when they hit a nice double spinebuster on Booker. I've got to give this match credit, it's far better than expected. The match ends with Booker hitting a Harlem sidekick on Big T and Kidman rolls him up for the 3. I actually like this one, strange dive aside. This is the most involved our guy's been in a match so far. I asked for him to hit some power moves and I got it. It's a B, credit where credit's due. I guess I didn't need to go to the gym after all. Match 8, Harlem Heat with Cash and Jay Biggs versus the Mamalukes, Big Vito and Johnny the Bull. Stevie hits a sidekick and brings his partner in. He hits a lovely bicycle kick that reminded me of Albert and he hits it with authority. Next up, he squashes Johnny the Bull with a spinebuster, but he doesn't try to pin him. He pays for it as he gets booted by Johnny the Bull. Big Vito then gets in and takes our guy out with some more kicks. Vito then nails him with the 10 punches in the corner. I thought Big T was going to slam him. Cash interferes for no reason and the match is ended by DQ. It's a D, not much to say. Up next, Harlem Heat meet with Russo and Bischoff. Russo and Big T are happy to meet once again, but Bischoff tells him to get out of his seat, and he does it like a complete pussy. Match 9, no DQ, 3-on-1 handicap match. Sid Vicious, who gets an incredible crowd reaction, versus Harlem Heat with Jay Biggs. Sid takes Harlem Heat out of the ring and then he boots Cash. Sid gets distracted trying to chokeslam Jay Biggs and Harlem Heat get the advantage. The Heat 2000 then hit double bicycle kicks followed by a double spine buster. Cash drops his belly on Sid but then he somehow kicks out. Booker then runs out and helps Sid and he hits a powerbomb for the 3. This one's an S, it didn't go well for them. They had a 3-on-1 advantage and they still screwed it up. Well, I said they were like a Nation of Domination 2.0, but in reality there's no way near enough promo time for these guys. Match 10, Spring Stampede, Harlem Heat with Jay Biggs and Cash versus Shane Douglas and Buff Bagwell. Big T hits a spinebuster of authority on Buff Bagwell. Buff fights back with a splash from the corner. Big T is just exhausted and then there's a hot tag after only 20 seconds. Douglas gives our guys a meeting at the mines, but they no-sell it and hit the double bicycle kicks. Then Shane Douglas randomly hits the Pittsburgh plunge and it's just over just like that whilst Big T watches in the ring like a complete moron. It went about 2 minutes, so they're just complete jobbers at this point. It's an S. Tension is teased amongst the group, but Jay Biggs calms them down. Match 11, number 1 contenders Battle Royal. There's this big over-the-top rope Battle Royal match going on between the New Blood and the Millionaires Club, but during the match Harlem Heat 2000 and Norman Smiley decide to join the match for some reason. There's literally 25 men in the ring. If our guy does anything, I doubt I'll see it. I'm pretty sure Big T punches Hogan a few times, so there's a highlight. The match is so dumb and I hate it, I have no idea what's going on. It's just too many people in there at once. At some point, all of our guys went out, but I have no idea when it happened or how. It was never mentioned or shown. Ric Flair wins the match, and this match can shove it. It can shove it today, it can shove it tomorrow. I was once optimistic, but now I have nothing but sorrow. Match 12, 4-way elimination tag. Most people don't get an entrance, but it's the Mamalukes with Disco Inferno versus the Nazi Twins versus Harlem Heat 2000 versus Chronic. It's basically a handicap match, everyone on Chronic. The highlight of the match is a Big T scoop slam. Brian Adams eliminates Big Vito and the Mamalukes. Brian Clark then eliminates the Nazis. Okay, I sort of lied. T and Stevie hit a double spinebuster. Then completely randomly, Stevie Ray deliberately hits Big T with the slapjack. The commentary team barely mention it. I had to rewind because I didn't even notice it happening. So if that's how our team break up, that's how little they cared about it. Chronic hit the high time on Big T for the 3. It's an S. Match 13, final match. Harlem Heat with Jay Biggs, who seem to have worked out their problems, take on Terry Funk. Big T hits the over-the-top rope dive again, and it looks a lot better this time. Shade to Hernandez. Big T smacks Funk one whilst Cash holds his arms. Harlem Heat hit their double spinebuster and then Cash hits a splash. The 3 men then start arguing over who's going to pin him. They look like they didn't know what they were doing. Big T has a trash can lid but doesn't want to hit Funk and instead he hits Stevie to get revenge for the slapjack on the last match. T then takes out Cash. What a face turn this is turning out to be. Terry Funk hits Cash with the chair and he goes down like a tree in the Forest of Dean on a windy night. It's over, but Harlem Heat fight up the entranceway. It's yet another S. It wasn't entertaining and all of it felt pretty awkward. So it seemed like WCW was setting up a feud here, but nothing happened. The reason the whole Harlem Heat 2000 thing happened in the first place was Stevie Ray getting Ahmed the job in WCW because he felt sorry for him. Stevie has since said that Ahmed didn't know what he was doing and even forgot what was happening in most of the matches. Look, I know it wasn't going to be good. An out of shape, over the hill, lack of promos Ahmed Johnson in late WCW was never going to be good, was it? You have to remember he took like a year out of wrestling in between his WWE run and his WCW run. The final grade is an S, so no, we won't be hiring him or Harlem Heat 2000 for Ring of the Hawk. And if you don't agree with that, I'll beat you until you squawk.